How y'all doing? Now today, I'm gonna be having these glasses battle it out to see who's the champ, who's number one. What pair of glasses should you be wearing on your face? Now safety glasses are very important. I'm telling you, over 1 million people a year either have their vision impaired or lose it all the way. Now, I don't know about you, but I like to see. I like to see the sunrise and the sunset and everything in between it. So if that is important to you, then this is what you need to be watching right now. I'm gonna give you some of the pros and cons and show you some of the features, but the most important part, at the end, I'm gonna show you who is the champ, who's number one. So please stick around so you can see all that goodness. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I've been getting a lot of views, but ain't nobody trying to subscribe. What's up now? I know y'all like me. I know I'm a cool dude. What's up? Like, share, subscribe. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Now, before we get to that action, y'all need to take action and go to marcusforyou.com. Sells all the latest perfumes, colognes, really nice leather jackets, a little bit of everything. Want y'all check that website out. Again, that's marcusforyou.com. First up, we have these Dewalt DPG82 dual mode goggles. Now, these come in either this clear lens that you see here for about $12.24, or they come in a tinted version for about $13.35. Now, if you want these or any of the other glasses that you see in this video, check below in the description. I have links for everything so you can purchase whichever one that you choose. The first pro we're going to talk about is that these things have a anti-fogging clear coat on there. Now, they have that to help, and they also have some little ventilation channels on the top and bottom to help let a little bit of air kind of flow through there to kind of help reduce on that fog as well. That's a pretty good thing. They also protect 99% of UV rays, which is always good, but pretty much standard. The rating that they got was a Z87.1, which was issued by the American National Standards Institute. Now, who they are is just a bunch of people send them their goggles, and they put them through all the same standard tests. So it's either a pass or fail, type of test. It's not like a 0 to 100 type of test. Now, in the standard test, what they do is they take a 2.4 ounce steel ball and hold it up about 50 inches above the glasses, and then just drop it. And if it doesn't crack the lens or the frame, then it passes that. Now, that's the Z87. The 0.1 means that it went through a splash and a dust test and passed those. What you really want to look for on glasses is Z87.1 plus or just Z87 plus. What's important is that plus sign on there. What that plus sign means is it went through a whole bunch of different other tests. One is the high velocity test. Now, the high velocity test, they take a 1/4 inch steel ball and shoot it at these glasses at over 170 miles an hour. Now, they shoot this ball at 20 different impact points on the glasses. And if it passes, or to pass, it can't have any fractures in the frame or the lens itself. So that's really what you want to be looking for. Now, these I seen on the box, it just has the Z87.1. Now, when I bought these, when I looked on, Amazon, the rating said Z87.1 plus. But I'm going to go with the manufacturer on, the stuff that they had written on the box. Because, come on now. If it was a plus, why wouldn't they put it on the box? What they think they're going to run out of space or something? Nah. So I'm going to go with what's on the box. So these are the Z87.1 standard, which is okay, but not exactly what you want. Now, like I said, you want that plus sign. So they do that high velocity test, but they also do a high mass test. Now, with this high mass test, what they do is they get a 500 gram pointed weight, and then they drop it from 4.2 feet above and just drop it straight on there. Now, with that, it's the same thing. You can't fracture the lens or the frame to pass. So that's really what you want. The standard dropping test really isn't a real world, type of thing. Most things are going to be coming flying at you. A screw flies from somewhere, or a piece of wood flies. you know, that's basically what's, you know, what's realistic, at least to me. So these ones don't have that plus. So I'm actually going to give that as a con. That's going to be a con to me, that it don't have that extra plus on there. You really want that. So let's move on to the cons. Now, it wasn't too many cons on this one, but the cons that are here are too big for me to handle. The curve on this thing was really curvy, really didn't fit my face in there good. Now, that would have been okay if this plastic or rubber right here could really move and kind of, you know, outline your face and kind of, you know, mold to your face almost. But it doesn't do that. This plastic on here, or this rubber on here is pretty hard. When you put it on, this rubber really digs into your skin, and it's not really flexible or soft at all. And basically it just hurts. I had these on maybe, you know, 5-10 minutes, and they was already just hurting. You know, I had to take them off. I mean, I tried to loosen this up and do all that. That didn't help. It's still, if they're tight enough to kind of get any sort of seal or anything on your face, then it hurts. Another thing is this thing had a gap in it at the bottom. It had little gaps right here where my nose was. So things can still shoot up there. Now, this is supposed to eliminate that being goggles, but it just doesn't. So that's a deal breaker for me. I'm sorry, Dewalt. Please do not be mad at me. I love Dewalt. They make great tools. Everything's high quality and everything like that. And, you know, these are high quality. It's just that the design, you know, just didn't work. You know, this rubber is just a little bit too hard, so it doesn't work. Sorry, Dewalt, but I can't recommend these to anybody. Next up, we got these Milwaukee safety glasses with a little gasket in there. Now the gasket makes what makes it different than, you know, Milwaukee's regular standard type of you know, safety glasses. And what this little gasket's supposed to do is, you know, help you know, keep out some of you know, that dust and everything, and kind of give you a little bit of a seal to kind of help keep some of that out. So that's good. These were the most expensive ones. Now these ones were $29.99, you know, plus tax. The tinted ones, they also do come in tinted. I believe those ones were even more expensive. The number one pro for these ones is the rating. The rating comes at a Z87.1 plus. So that means it went through the standard, the high mass, the velocity test, the splash and dust test, and it passed all of them. So that's good. Now it has that rating on it, so that means, you know, the American, you know, National Standards Institute, they did their test on it, and it's also certified in Canada. So if you're in Canada and you got different standards, it's certified on that too. So that's definitely a plus. Another plus is they have a really good anti-fogging coating on here. Now I can attest to that. I've tried these out and I really couldn't get these things to fog up at all. So that's definitely a really big plus on these is the anti-fogging. And they also, with this little gasket in here, they have, you know, a little channel in there, kind of for the same idea, you know, to let a little bit of air up. Another thing is that these things are very easy to get on and off. Now with the goggles, you know, you got to strap them on, plop them on, and get them on there. These, you know, they're just easy on and off, you know. Cons. There wasn't that many cons. I really like these. The only con is there's still gaps. You know, there's still gaps, especially along the side. If you see here that there's a huge gap right here. And I mean, it's pretty well protected everywhere else, but there's still a gap. So something still can get in as far as dust or water or some sort of, you know, liquid. So I'm going to have to call that a con. But these are really good. These I almost had these the winner. These were really close to being the winner, but they're not. Next up, we have these SolidWorks safety goggles. Now these come in a clear lens for about $19.99, and then they come in a tinted version, which is about $17.99. I don't know why it's cheaper for the tinted one. You would think it would be more expensive, but for some reason it isn't. So that's that. They come with a year warranty. That shows that off right off the bat. That's important because this is a random company. You know, I've never heard of it. I don't know if you have. If you have, let me know in the comments. But I've never heard of this SolidWorks before. But when I seen the reviews on these, man, I couldn't help but have to try them out. And the reviews, everybody say these things are great. So I had to try them out. And you know what? I agree. These are really, really nice. So besides that year warranty, you know, they have the standard UV protection on there. They also have a anti-fogging clear coat on there. And then just like the Dewalts, they have this channel right here that lets a little bit of air through. They have it on the top and the bottom, just like that. That's definitely a plus. Another plus, and the best thing about these, is this rubber on here. Now I don't know how well you're gonna be able to get it on there, but you see how easily I can move this rubber? Now what that means is when it's plastered on your face, it's not digging in. Like with the Dewalts, let me show you here. With the Dewalts, you know, you can't barely, you know, this thing barely even moves in and out. Now this thing, it just keeps moving. You know, this thing is really malleable. You can kind of shape this into anything. Now, how that helps is when you put it on your face, it seals to your face. All this kind of moves around a little bit. So if your nose is a little bit bigger or smaller or something, it kind of all just kind of compacts in there and fits your face really good. And I've had these on my face for hours and no fogging. Actually, I won't say no fogging. A couple times I found a little bit of fog, but I think it's just because it wasn't fitted on my face right. But I give it a B+, if not just an A, but it ain't an A+. You know, it ain't perfect. Another pro on these is that the rating that they give them on them. These are a Z87+, not the Z87.1. So technically, they didn't get the splash and the dust standard on there. They didn't pass that. But as we go out to sea, they passed it to me. You know what I'm saying? I did my own test. And I didn't have a problem with them at all, man. It's perfect. These are the best. I don't even got no con for them. You know what I'm saying? I guess the only con I could say is that, you know, my sweat came from there a little bit and dripped in. But I mean, that's kind of my problem. Now, if you ain't guessed it by now, the SolidWorks safety goggles are the #1. They the champ. They won. I'm telling you, these is #1 overall. They're comfortable on your face. You can wear them for hours. They seal everywhere, so ain't nothing getting into your eyes. And they have a great rating at the Z87+. Now, these Milwaukee ones are real close second. Now, if you don't like goggles, you don't want to have big goggles on your face, I understand. The only reason why they're not #1 is because they're not sealed everywhere. They still leave gaps. So you can't be #1 if something can get in your mask. You know, that's the whole point of this for me, is when I'm sanding, ain't nothing getting all up in my eyes and stuff. So these are the champ. You need to go buy these. I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, appreciate it.